trained very loosely, if it is true, why would they be saying anything like that? Why would they making any type of joke like that? It doesn't make sense.
What's now?
It was done off.
Oh, if it's, yeah, it is a bad joke. And again, there is dark humour. She wouldn't be able to make that kind of joke, would she, in the NHS on a ward or whatever? She'd be struck off within 2 seconds.
The app show. It wasn't done on the app, it was done off the app in a private phone call. This is what I'm doing, Sean.
It was done on live.
Oh, please don't. I've seen the stuff.
Yeah, and I also know a lot about all of the other stuff that's going on.
So all of the other stuff. So she's openly saying there that she knows everything that's going on because nothing's been kept confidential whatsoever. Nothing.
I've seen the other side, Alex. There's two sides.
There is no second side to anyone asking anyone for proof that they've been through DV. I don't care what it is. There is no other side to that. There is no other side to fucking trying to dox people's families. There's no other side to doxing SA. There's no other side whatsoever. I'd understand if it was just a back and forth argument, but there is no excuses for that whatsoever.
There is three sides to a story. There is Jags, there is the others, and there is the truth.
So then, right.
Yeah, I get that there's the truth side of it as well, but there's also right and wrong. If you are a trained mental health nurse, what she masqueraded as, you should not be in that kind of environment. You should not be arguing back and forth with people, and you most certainly shouldn't go with your little book where you've been writing trigger words down, going exposing them. Like I said, all you need to do is go and look at what she did to Toxic Peggy yesterday.
He's trying to stand up for your friendship, and I admire that because you know what, it's very much like myself, low to the core. But what I'm telling you is, there is no reasoning on God's green earth now that you, Jag, Laura, anyone can come in this box now and say to me that this is the reason why I mocked DV. This is the reason why I mocked someone's cancer and called them a liar and laughed about it. This is not the reason I was moaning about I wasn't going to get gifts off the back of having cancer. Let's talk about rape lives and all this stuff because I'm going to get gifts off the back of it. This is what's been said. Do you tell me now that anyone can come in this box now and say about rape, that let's do a rape live so then we get loads of gifts off the back of it? Do you tell me what person's going to be done? The person
in the comment, I'm not trying to gaslight. I have no idea about what's going on, okay? I've never caused any problem.
So this woman's defending her. She's got no idea what's going on, even though she's just said she knows both sides of it. So what I will be doing is taking note of these people on here, and I'd be interested to see if they do still support her.
In boxes. Alex has known me for a long time, okay? I don't know the full story about what is going on. All I know that it's been a whole load of nastiness.
But I'm not talking about back and forth falling out. I'm not talking about the arguments. That's their problems with each other. That's nothing to do with me. But I'm sending people over to that room, and I'm telling you now, someone was literally saying to some individual saying, "Oh, let's talk about your rape. Let's talk about your grape, shall we? Let's talk about your grape, and then you'll get loads of gifts off the back of it. Let's go live today and talk about your grape." It's not normal behaviour. I'm sorry. It's not normal, and I'm never going to be here. My morals don't align that way. I'm sorry. I just can't. I was told a completely different story. That person was relieved about the fact that was out. That was done on a no preview live. Well, no preview live. You mean what?
Puddle Duck, I wasn't on the app 6 months ago, sweetheart. Otherwise, I'd have been straight behind Alex as well.
Those ones with all gifts on and stuff.
The gifts were being sent to that particular person, a lot of gifts.
Well, when you're talking about certain subjects, the gifts shouldn't be on. And then off the back of the app, they're talking about, let's do a live talking about this because we'll get more gifts. Why is everything, like trauma situations, being monetised?
Alex, listen to me, but I'm just...
Again, Puddle Duck, if you are Jags, if you've missed the beginning of this, let me give you a quick recap. What we're doing is going over the 20th of February 2025, so not that long ago when the last exposure was taking place. We're going to go through that tonight. Well, we're going to go through half of it tonight, another half tomorrow, and then we're going to go on about the other stuff, what you've done, okay? Or Jags has done. So now you're fully up to speed now, aren't you?
Mod, you're speaking to the wrong person right now. I'm as shocked as what you are. I really am.
But the thing is, you're saying you're shocked, but instead of listening to what I'm saying, Shell, respectfully, you are literally then trying to argue against it.
I'm not arguing against you, Alex. I trust your judgment. Come on.
This woman don't know if she's coming or going or just fucking being.
I cannot believe it. Like, I am actually shocked. When have you ever known me to cause any problems or even jump up in your bike?
You haven't shown, that's what I mean. I've never ever seen you like that. But like I said, I'm telling you what's been going on, and you're saying, oh, but there's three sides. I'm sorry, what I'm telling you I've heard, there is no excuse for it, no matter what's been said, even if, right, Jag was getting bullied. Let's just say that, for example, now, if Jag was getting bullied by multiple different people on his own, she still doesn't have the right then to say the things that I've seen and heard. Ever. And I'll never condone that. So when people are saying then you've got to hear all the other sides, why do I? Because there's not going to be no excuse in this world that I'm going to condone that.
Okay, Alex, okay, you obviously have been into this. Is there any chance that you can send that through to me so I can look at it myself?
If I get permission, then 100% I'll send it straight over to you, not a drama. It's just because the only thing is, on the calls, the people that's on there that I've
I'm not
spoken
making
to...
any sense because I have no idea about it. I'm a supermodel.
The people that are obviously on the calls, there's personal things being mentioned on it. If they give me permission, I'll fire it over, not an issue at all. But that's why I'm not playing it on the air, because certain things are mentioned on it, and I can't really be... I can't really show it, you know what I mean?
Honestly, Alex, I'm beyond shocked.
This woman's gone all through fucking motions. We're defending her now. She's shocked. Just goes to show, before you try and defend anyone, if someone's coming at someone with a load of negative stuff, always use do your due diligence first, because people aren't saying it for no apparent reason whatsoever.
See, I'm beyond shocked.
So, Alex's exposure of his own, again, on this time, we are actually speaking of Jag. I don't care, I'm not deflecting onto anybody else. This is solely in the awareness of Jag. Alex so happened to do the awareness of it last time, did a very good job as well. But two wrongs don't make a right anyway, whatever Alex's awareness was, so yeah.
Amanda.
Hi. Oh, I didn't know I was going to shake. I didn't want to have to come up.
And I love the guy.
Well, Shell, I don't know if you know, I was only just told recently. As you know, I've done nothing wrong on there, but I was shocked to find out that a private phone call... Oh, I've got to try not to get upset, and please don't
get upset.
Do you want the comments off, Amanda?
Yeah, they're really horrible, some of them, Alex.
I'll turn the comments off for you a second. Thank you.
You know, this is just a load of gossip. This is people's feelings here.
Please, I just want you to hear me out.
Can you turn them off, please?
Boss, Jag isn't on because she's mentally ill.
Same here, and I'm actually in bed, not well.
So, again, she's gone back to mentally ill. So she's got memory problems and she's mentally ill, but yet she's actively asking people for the trauma stories. How does that make any sense whatsoever?
And this is why I don't bring everything to the app. I am under mental health again. I didn't want anybody to know this. I'm a vulnerable person, and I had a private phone. Please hear me out.
Okay, darling.
No, please stop it.
I had a private phone call with that woman about something else, and because I wasn't aware that I was being recorded, that phone call was then snipped and sent and was sent to two other mods. From what I'm aware, it is illegal, it is against human rights, data protection. If I wanted to, I could go to the police. There is none of it. I don't even record people's phone calls myself.
No,
I told her on the calls, which I wasn't aware, that what I do to myself and what has happened to me in the past, sod all this mental health things that get thrown across here.
Yeah.
Mental health is a normal emotion. It is then when it is affected by illness, trauma, things that happen in your life.
Amanda, I know you well. You know
there's
that.
also some of us that have other things that go on that we can't recover from. I have things that happen to me that I'm not in control of, that I do stuff to myself.
Okay, so I don't have to go into details, darling.
Go on, take one, Amanda, please. I'll support you.
Anybody that knows me.
Sure you're okay to do this, Amanda? Sure you're okay to do this? I don't want you to feel...
I just need to get people aware of what this app it could potentially do to people.
Can I just say that all of this hurt and upset, what she's caused on here, has been for no one's done anything to her. She's just done it off her own back for no apparent reason whatsoever. I truly, truly believe that person is evil.
And I've always said to people, I describe myself as an onion. And I don't get involved with drama. I get criticised, because I'm Swiss, and I'm always like to have a laugh. Funny, that's my mask. But actually, deep behind this fun sense of humour, I'm a crumble wreck of a person. But I want people to please learn from this that there is legal situations of even with sharing things on TikTok is actually when it causes discrimination, whether it be
Can I
or anything, it is wrong. This all creators, everybody needs to stop this shit. Because there's some of us that sit silent and don't want our stories to be discussed.
Can I ask a question, Amanda? Was it, so obviously, I'm just trying to understand it a little bit more. Did you tell your story to Jag and the call was recorded?
They don't know my whole story. The call was about something else, and I got so upset because the call was actually clipped. It was added up to 20 minutes, but the call was actually 24 plus. And was sent on to somebody else. I was told not to. I feel disappointed. I did feel there was a safe space. Stupidly me, I've already had 2 breaks off this app because I am going to say this, and this is a trigger to everybody on here. I came off the app and took a break because of something that happened which was kept quiet, and I actually severely...
Guys, I'm just going to mute this bit while she speaks on this. I don't want to play this bit.
Go to professionals, not to people on here that you do not know. That call I had, I was in a vulnerable place. I was getting anxious and upset, and I just came out with stuff. And the chaos in my life doesn't stop, and I'm just learning to cope, to exist and get day to day. And all I try and do is make people laugh, be supportive towards others. And this shocked me. It was so shocking that there's no excuse for it. No excuse for it. At all.
See, the thing is, Amanda, I wasn't aware, obviously, of your story and that. I know of other people that have been shut down. I know of other people's stories. I don't know their stories personally, but I know of also other people have relayed information.
I do know that there's a lot of other people that have had false stuff.
And they've had their personal stuff, calls or messages passed on to around mods and going, I don't believe this. I mean, imagine now someone reaching out to you as a host and saying that they're going through cancer or they're going through this some sort of trauma, and then you go messaging around your mum saying, "Oh, I don't believe this," and laughing about
It's
it.
disgusting. I've done palliative care for both of my parents. There is no way. I've seen it all, and the long journey of my father and caring for my mum. There is no way I would want to be hearing that as a trigger. And there is too much triggering on this app. It's like people with a loaded gun. I'm sorry I mentioned the G-UN word, but when you start pointing fingers in the wrong direction, you got 3 pointing back.
You alright, babe?
Yeah, I didn't expect to get one.
Sorry, Amanda, can you just confirm for some of Jag's mods that the call that was recorded doesn't just record Jag's voice like she said?
No, it's mine.
It's your voice and your story. Because the whole chat was saying Jag's told them she only records her side and it's
Oh,
fine.
it's my voice, and it clearly you can hear me upset and saying things.
Well, she's told people that she records it for power of attorney, but there was nothing in that call that would have been medical or financial.
Power of attorney is a load of rubbish that has to be legally binding. I know about law, I know about employment law, I know about tax law, I know everything. My father, I have a family member who's a police inspector. My father was a very well-regarded police officer. I grew up in an active police house. You know, I know about law, it's drilled into me, and even the Data Protection Act 1998, Human Rights Act 1998, it all stands for influences and privacy on here and off the app as well.
Yeah, and I was speaking to somebody today, Alex, the person's here, they've given me permission. They were due to do a live. This person, I don't want to go into too much details, I'm not very well. I won't go into the medical term of it. Jag wanted proof, and that was sent to her. I've sent you the pictures because I was told I was allowed. She has his.
So that, sorry, I was just feeding the cat. I don't understand why a stranger on the internet would be recording her version, because you wouldn't need just your version, you need the full version anyway. Why would she want power of attorney? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. None whatsoever.
Phone number, his address, his parents' numbers. She wanted his appointments, his diagnosis, how it affects his life. That was all sent there. She was due to do a live. I don't know what happened. I feel like it's a personal issue. She cancelled the live. I and many others were told to block this person because he was a fraud, because he told her he can't read or write, but he goes live and he's reading the chat, so he must be a fraud. And I was thinking, well, how have you got in touch with him? Because you obviously messaged him. I've spoken to this lad last night. He was unaware of all of this. And
so the thing is too, off the back of that, so she did it for power of attorney, which doesn't make any sense. But why would she? So to me, because it makes no difference to her in a day-to-day life on remembering these things, because she's not a proper therapist or whatnot. So she wants to remember things then, so she can weaponise them in the future. That's the only logical explanation I can think of, because why else would you need to fucking listen to that? Why would you think, right, do you know what? I've got a file here, let me go back to Daniel on the 17th of August. Why? That's 110%, so she can weaponise it, that is.
he said that because he's been in hospital from pretty much being a newborn baby, he didn't have the education at school. So he did say to her,
yeah, power of attorney is for finances, I believe. I'm not fully, I'm not the cleverest. But I don't, how would she go about that? What, turning up at a solicitor's with a recording of just her voice saying, yeah, I'm this person's power of attorney?
he couldn't read or write at a young age, now he can, but we were told he's a fraud, he goes live for gifts, because he battles from his hospital bed because he's there 90% of his life, and he can read and write. It was an old story from when he was younger, but we were all told don't go near him, block him. His story was cancelled immediately, and I believe it's because he came in her room and gifted other people and not her. And everything,
it's not about,
that is true.
Keisha, it's not about back and forth, whiter than white, people arguing about people slagging off other people or It's nothing to do with that. Like I said, it is literally me talking about a certain situation and me just announcing that the room that I was directing people in is not a safe room. That's all I'm doing.
She's coming for people's businesses this week.
Yeah.
That's been proven. I know that person probably can't get in the box, but that's actually proven. I don't know what more people want.
So I mean, if she is so, if that's the case, then if she is so ill with mental health off the app, then why is she targeting people's businesses and stuff? Why is she having all the energy for that instead of getting better? You know what I mean? And like I said, a woman come in the box and she said, like, yeah, she was helping me. She asked me for evidence on my DV. Like, who asks for evidence on DV? It's not normal behaviour. I'm sorry, it's not normal at all.
Actually,
Evidence on that.
Just interject something that Ellen knows about. I have a member of the family, it will all come out in the press, that is, it's a really serious situation. He's going to be sentenced. It involves 4 women, but she wanted to run a live on that, and I said no. I said this will be by the people involved. It is so serious.
The only reason why she wants evidence is because she wants to be able to manipulate them. Like, again, I said before, I'd be interested to see if anyone that supported her previously are supporting her now. And if they're not, they're very welcome to come and get in the box, and I'll let them have the say. It'll only be me in the box. They can come up and we can have a chat and see what they have to say about that. It won't be anyone jumping on anyone. It'll just be a conversation. Now, the only thing, when you rack your brains about this and what she's done and what she's got previous history for and what she's still doing now, the only reason why she'd be wanting that is so she can release them pictures. So I'm saying pictures, just say, for instance, it were DV and you took pictures of your injuries. She'd want that so she can weaponise it. She's already proven that in the last 24 hours. You watched a video just before I come on to Alex's awareness of what she were doing.
Lucky to get out alive. The others were close to like not getting out alive.
Alright, she's in the box. Carly Four Fingers.
Really good lady wants in as well.
I'll get some people. I'll get these people in obviously, because obviously I'm not going to be doing this all day. It's not going to be a back thing here, like I said. I've let people know now. I'll let people know.
Kylie, can I just speak first, please, because I'm not here to argue. Before everybody assumes that it was me that contacted Alex, can you confirm it wasn't? Because she will try to go back to the police about me.
No, he wasn't. There's nothing to do with it. I've not had any contact with you.
But what I wanted to come up and say was, and I've been told this, I was one of the first to be extradited and silenced and told to be blocked by everyone because I wouldn't give her a piece of information that she wanted. And Ellen can confirm this. Ellen was in the calls with us. But this person took their own story to a sub-only live because they didn't want just anybody listening, whilst making other people tell their stories of DV, child abuse and anything else you can lay your fingers to on a public platform.
And it's, one thing you need to explain this, people. You know, when people go to a platform and then talk about their personal traumas, right? Why are all them people there? But what you need to understand is Jack's room, I mean, I ain't knocking anyone. Jack doesn't really get many people in her room, does she?
Can I ask as well, because again, yesterday was my first encounter. I mean, I've heard her name before. Did Jags used to be a green screen, or she always showing her face on here? Because I've just seen someone's comment then about her coming on looking like an old lady.
So there won't be many people observing and watching Jack's room. But why every single person goes why do all them people?
So is she showing her face now? I mean, how old did someone say she was? Did you say 56, 58? That's not old anyway, really. I mean, you used to think it were, but it's not.
Go in their lives, talk about their trauma, always get trolled afterwards regarding it. And I'm led to believe that it's them storing information.
Can we just all as well open our eyes and realise that all of these people cannot be lying when they're coming with evidence of the same thing?
Exactly.
How can it be?
If it was one person or even a couple from the same group, then you might think, oh, do you know what? Yeah, they're probably ganging up on her. If she come out and obviously said what she said. But have these people all supposedly just made their own little gang up and thought, right, do you know what? We're going to take Jags down. Out of everyone, bearing in mind she's not a big creator, so you get people like Alex, like Miss Red, whoever, that have big communities, and people will group together and take them down. Jags isn't a big creator, so what sense does that make in people wanting to take her down?
Guys, please all open your eyes and your ears and listen to what is being said to you. We all have the same story. She told everyone to block me because I'm a psycho stalker. I've never stalked anyone in my life.
And
Do you know what it's like to have these lies told about you on social media?
the account that was
It's
started
awful.
was herself.
All I did was contact her to put my point across, and not once did she say to me, don't contact me again. In fact, the last conversation we had, she went, oh yeah, ring my phone from now on. And next thing, I'm getting a call from the police for harassment.
Keisha, can I just report to Keisha in the comments?
This is serious mind games.
Crazy dog lady, can I just speak to Keisha in the comments and saying you're here both sides. There is no sides to this. Let me tell you now, I'm sick and tired.
It's correct. There isn't any side. It's not two arguments. It's not two creators or whatever going back and forward at one another. Someone has been trusted with secrets of trauma, what people thought there was in a secure room for, and that person has abused that trust. There is no back and forth. There's nothing like that.
People going around the app and saying, oh, but you haven't heard. There is no sides. There is no side or no excuse that I'm going to listen to, or no one. I know for a fact now, I will bet my platform on it. I'll close it down now. If you can come in this box now and show me a reasoning where I will stand with people mocking cancer, laughing about it, talk about gifts off the back of it, talking about grape and saying we'll do great for gifts, mocking DV, mocking cancer. You tell me you come in this box now and tell me one reasoning behind it that I'll ever accept that, and I'll remove my platform now. There is no sides. It's disgusting.
Alex, can I speak, please? I'm not going to shout. I'm not going to do nothing. Right. Ellen, be truthful now. Jag cancelled one of your things, when you were doing the story, because you weren't in the best place. She cancelled it, right? Then she said, you said Friday, and she said why? You said because they want to do it in front of your kids. She did that. Yeah? Is that true?
That's true.
But then you said to me, I knew it was your words because you told me that you basically
Somebody
told
called
the
Carly.
story. She went to you when she wanted to go live. You said we'll do it now.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
You said, oh me, Ellen. Ellen. And also, Ellen, that's the thing you made it telling me about.
Can I answer that bit or not?
Let me just finish a minute and then you can answer me all. Right?
What I'm struggling to understand is that people are going over there defending her, and even if Ellen had said this or Amanda had said that, it does not give Jags the right to do what she's done. Nothing. That, honestly, what she's done is pure evil. There's no other way. I can't fathom any other word to say it other than she's evil. But again, one of them people who she's done this to could be a terrible person, but that don't mean that Jags is a good person for exploiting people.
Did you or did you not go? If she gets more gifts than me in her story, I want a rematch. Because I have got that.
More gifts?
I have got, and you went she's on 1.4. I have got that screen. I have got that voice note.
Right.
And that is on my phone.
Right, perfect. I love that you're talking about it. Can you send it? And
Trying to. So yesterday, before, you've seen that yesterday where she's threatening Ellen before Ellen got in the box and spoke. After that, she went to Delusives and tried to defame her by playing part of a clip. She didn't give any context whatsoever and completely controlled the narrative. But again, if Ellen was so bad and what she said is the worst, why has she sat with her for so long? But play the full clip. Play it all. Ellen herself, I know she won't mind me saying this because she already told people, but Ellen suffered with breast cancer and she beat it. So she does have dark humour, like we was discussing before. But she made a comment in regards to cancer. She's been through it. She can talk on that. If that's her way of coping, then so be it. But again, no matter what Ellen says or anyone else says, it does not deflect from what Jags has done to anyone. There is nothing in this world what could convince me that, do you know what, Jags was in fair play to her. She was just standing up for herself. She was just doing this. There is no way on this earth you will ever convince me that that woman is not evil personified.
And I didn't ask her to do perfect. I didn't ask her to do that live that night. Something happened in my private and I was in tears on a FaceTime and she said, we're doing your live right now. And I said, no. And she said, no, we are. We're doing it now.
You're not victim shaming, shut up. But right, okay, that's one. Another one.
So you've just heard Ellen say her own story, bearing in mind that she didn't want to do it then. Oh, we're doing your story. Who is she to tell anyone when they come on this app and then they tell their own story? So that reverts back to the fact that she's looking purely for views. Views and monetising other people's tragedies and traumas. That's all she's interested in. She don't give a shit about these people. She doesn't care about their mental health. In fact, she'd want their mental health to deteriorate so she can monetise off them even more. She's she is unhinged, yes. Very, very unhinged. And yeah, Lisa, I identified her as a narcissist yesterday. Look at the way she lost control when she couldn't control me. She couldn't control Top Girl or anyone else. And especially when she knew she couldn't control Ellen and Peggy. She flew off the handle and she did exactly what we're saying she's doing now.
Jack has been in a bad man.
This is deflection.
I'm not excusing
what's happened.
I was one of the ones who did a story on my live.
And if this woman is whatever, a mental health nurse, and you know what, I can diagnose her with narcissism because I'll identify as a nurse as well. At least I've got integrity and a moral compass.
Carly, I'll drop you in a minute, Carly. You're not talking over me on the live. I'm sorry, you're not doing it. You are not literally excusing people's behaviour on this live. I'm sorry. I don't mean to come across aggressive, but I promise you now, you tell me what's normal. When people are speaking to her in confidentiality and literally it's getting recorded, there are people talking about their traumas and then passing it on to friends, passing it on to mods. That's normal behaviour, is it? Because not a modern...
Yesterday as well, before I forget, so the passing on of information, i.e. voice recordings, you know the voice recordings, what she kept for her own memory, because she had memory loss, what she kept just for herself when she passed it on. Her daughter dropped her in it yesterday and said, oh yeah, well, she was worried about that person, so she sent it on. Her daughter was then asked if she'd sent that information on to a professional, i.e. police, ambulance, whoever. No, she didn't. Right, okay then. So I thought she was worried about them, so she's just sent them to a moderator on her chat who's done absolutely nothing about it. Make that make sense?
I'll never condone that shit.
Can I just say, Alex, as well?
I asked her to record me to see what it was. And I got it sent and it was only her voice. Because when I heard that,
Amanda's got the call that she had with Jad and it's both sides. Carly, I've got a call with Jad, you and Jazz arguing and I've got both sides. So it's
It's fine, I don't care. I was arguing with Jazz, I'll admit it. I'll admit it. I had a head-to-head with her. I'll admit that, I don't care.
Alex, can I just state another fact as well? Some of these people find us and hunt us down on social media for information. These people have found my address, my full name.
I don't know where you live.
Just for her.
I don't believe these people
I don't know where you live.
Oh my God, this is what I mean. Not having a back and forth, and this is what I mean. What you need to understand.
I'm not arguing with anybody. I'm just saying this is how deep that platform goes. They find you personal information.
If someone's asking for evidence that someone's been through DV or anything like that, I feel sure that they'll ask them for the fucking address.
Your name, your address.
Yeah, anything I mean, like mental health.
And I'll tell you what she'll have done. What she would have done is, because you're a vulnerable person, I need these details from you. Obviously, this is just speculation from myself. But what I feel she would have done is, because you've been through this, I need to have a record of your name and address, blah, 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 in case anything's wrong, etc., etc. That's exactly how she should have done it, trying to stick a professional approach on it. And what for? She fucking went, and I keep going on about Peggy yesterday. She wanted to absolutely expose everything that she had on Peggy. Now, again, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's bitching about someone or someone really bad. In fact, I'm not interested, to be honest. But you've sat on it for long enough, but then you're willing to ruin someone's life, completely destroy it to fucking smithereens, just because she said that she didn't like your fucking cape, what you were.
Is to say to people, don't trust.
Right, let me just speak now because I understand what everyone's doing. Like, let me please speak. And this is where all this stuff, but you've done this, but you've done that. This is not about that. You're not understanding what I'm doing here. It's about, raising awareness of a room that I've sent people in there to discuss traumas and, to help people. I'm covering my own back. It isn't about, but you've done this, you've done that. You're then taking the seriousness of the thing that's gone on. Honestly, it's fucking... Some people that are condoning this behaviour go, but you've done this, but you've done this. I don't care. I do not give a shit who's having a petty argument, but who's slagged off...
Yeah, guys, I'm just seeing a few comments now because I'm trying to feed the kittens at the same time. If this continues and you're going personal on people, then I'll turn the chat off. Now's not the time. We're discussing the previous awareness of Jag. It's nothing to do with Scouse Slayer. I don't know what's being said. I'm just reading the comments to leave it.
Off the app. I don't give a fuck. I'm covering my back. Because you know what it is? One day I don't want to wake up and go, you know what? Someone's taken their life and it's someone that I've sent from my room into that room. Because you know what? Do you know what isn't a coincidence? And I don't believe in coincidences like this. She doesn't get a massive audience, right? She doesn't. And I ain't judging, you know what I mean? But when people talk about their traumas and stuff in their lives, they get trolled afterwards. What's the likelihood of trolls sitting around 13 or 14 people in a live, watching the whole live and then wanting to troll them afterwards? I don't believe in them sort of coincidences. I'm sorry, I don't. Do you know what I don't?
Like, you've got your body shaming. That's not that I ever call everyone an FATCUNT. It's my default setting. I can't call it myself. The cat shall scratch me. There's one thing what I can never get off on the back of, though, and that's victim shaming. Like, they've done anything wrong. Like, and it's personal. They've not done anything wrong, be it DV, SA, whatever. That person has nothing to be ashamed of, and I don't understand why that is a thing. Like, it doesn't mean they're a bad person, doesn't mean that. Well, I think the way that it is, like, for me, for instance, because I can only speak on myself, I didn't want to speak my essay because I hate sympathy. So the only thing I can think of is these people don't want to be known as a victim, and that's why they don't want it out there. But again, even if it is out there, like Ellen stood up yesterday and she told her story and she's got nothing to be ashamed of, and no one has. If you've been the victim of whatever, you aren't a bad person, you're not a dirty person, you're not anything, you just, well, you know what I mean. But I really, really, really don't understand victim shaming and why this person's done it.
I believe in...
I was going to say a survivor, but it were making me cringe.
Obtaining information, and then they come back at a later date, because they're upset they're being trolled, so they talk about being trolled, more gifts, manipulation.
Imagine, so I know one story of because they wasn't gifting her enough, and then they felt like all of their troubles were going to be exposed, what they've been through. Now, categorically, I think I speak on behalf